Squatcho here. Fucking, my main speaker blew the fuck out or something. Really fucking major buzzkill. Really fuck up, dude. Really fuck up. Be with you shortly, fellas. My main speaker blew out. Be with you shortly, fellas. My main speaker blew out. Hello out there in YouTube land. This is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is TAAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Zorks. Uncle Zorks on Riddle of Steel Radio. Brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of TAAM Radio in Riddle of Steel Radio. I own the bar, Teats Galore, included in Jebediah Emporium. I am Mr. Jebediah, apologizing for this year's scheduled tour was on the Riverside Bridge Monster, but due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with Joe X, the mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to TAAM Radio, Joe X special. Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Owl. Stay tuned for more TAAM Radio. There's a lot of shots of me around you.
TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio. Bitte.
Hello, this is TAAM Radio. We're wishing all our patriots a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. This is TAAM Radio, the forgotten side of the Second Amendment. Our subject in question is Joe X, guys. If what happened to him can happen to him, it can happen to all of us, anywhere. If you guys already know, the government in the Western world is trying to limit your ability to be able to defend yourself or to speak up for yourself. And if you're not interested in preserving your freedom to be able to have those rights, well, you don't belong here. Another honorable mention, you guys, is Bull Hansen or Bjorn Andreas or something. He talks a lot about this. There's another popular YouTuber that once your freedoms go, they don't come back. They don't come back without massive bloodshed. So if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on with Joe, if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on in Europe, that they're making all their kitchen knives illegal because women are getting attacked, if you don't give a fuck about how the artificial intelligence and the on-the-grid technocracy, this huge looming dystopia looms over us and can engulf us all. Big Brother, 1984. None of this rings a bell to you? Well, you're probably in the wrong place, but we welcome you to please come and learn. Please follow, subscribe, KTAM Radio, and we will adhere unto you or admonish unto you other news sources and even other blade channels, tactical channels, better and bigger than this one. So God bless. Keep on rocking the free world. Up the irons. Fuck yeah. Go Joe X. Marlboro, Marlboro, Marlboro. Code Marlboro. DEFCON 4 Marlboro.
Is the year 2025 a freedom fighter is being flanked by count?
Es ist das Jahr 2025.
It is the year.
Es ist das Jahr
It is the year 2025. A freedom fighter is being flanked by counterculture. Will you rise up and stand with Joe X?
Es ist das Jahr 2025. Ein Freiheitskämpfer wird von der Gegenkultur umzingelt.
It is the year 2020.
Es ist das Jahr 2000.
It is the year 2025. A freedom fighter is being flanked by counterculture. Will you rise up and stand with Joe X?
Es ist das Jahr 2025. Ein Freiheitskämpfer wird von der Gegenkultur umzingelt. Wirst du dich erheben und Joe X beistehen?
The constitutional forefathers warned us of this infringement upon innate God-given unalienable rights, whereas the freedom fighters who stand up for freedom fighters.
Die Verfassungsväter warnten uns vor diesem Eingriff in unsere angeborenen, gottgegebenen und unveräußerlichen Rechte. Wo sind die Freiheitskämpfer, die sich für Freiheitskämpfer einsetzen?
Will this be the end of First Amendment? Stay tuned. Do you, Roger? Chuck Norris and Ted Nugent will copy that.
Ist das Ende des ersten Verfassungszusatzes? Bleiben Sie dran. Sind Sie Roger? Chuck Norris und Ted Nugent werden das nachahmen.
Calling on all other tactical and survival and blade and bushcraft in USA to fire at will that is in order not Joe out.
Aufruf an alle anderen taktischen Überlebens-, Messer- und Bushcraft-Spezialisten in den USA. Feuerfrei. Das ist
Free speech is the ultimate sword.
Redefreiheit ist das ultimative Schwert.
Free speech is the ultimate sword.
Redefreiheit ist das ultimative Schwert.
Free speech is the ultimate sword.
Redefreiheit ist das ultimative Schwert.
Free speech is the
Redefreiheit.
You're listening to KTAM 1095 Radio with your host Nacho Del Squacho coming at you live from the Seder-filled wasteland of San Bernardino, California.
Hi, this is Nachos. A young thing I like prancing around the forest, doing the wild thing. Oh, like some kind of
Pippa, little common bastard. Now say hey, a little vendor there. I'm doing this here for all of yous. I'm fighting for yous. I'm a fellow freedom fighting sailor. Like all yous lazy common little hippie bastards. I still know you. I'll show you the proper way to be. We can do those things. I is Nacho the Squatcho. Yours is Bonafide Sapien Creature. This is TAAM Radio, brought to you by what the wild things do. I love you.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 4 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffen. Verteidigungsalarm 4 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 4 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffen. Verteidigungsalarm 4 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 2 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffen. Alarmstufe 2 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
Merry Christmas. This is Mr. Jebediah. I am the fellow that owns the bar, Teats Galore and Teats Galore. You might have heard of my business from Riddle Steel Radio. Also own the Squatcho channel. It's Christmas. I own this channel. I say Merry Christmas. Tune in to TAAM Radio. We specialize in giving to you the latest in current news and esoteric kind of things. Also, we do all the blade sports, bushcraft, and tomahawk brewing, and precarious credit hunting adventures. Stay tuned to TAAM Radio. Subscribe to Joe X as well. And this is your station for free speech and all things that are the most accurate and most truthful social media as possible. So stay tuned to TAAM Radio. Thank you for your patronage. This is Uncle Jebediah, the fellow that owns Teats Galore Bar, that you might have heard of Riddle Steel Radio. Be sure to tune in to TAAM and Riddle Steel Radio, your source for heavy metal and the most current, most truthful news source made as possible as far as art a little bit permitted out. This is Mr. Jebediah. You have a Merry Christmas.
reminding you to call up karaoke every weekend night. Call into your karaoke bed. All it is mostly yours. I was almost in a lifetime karaoke tournament now and clear till the dial for your business. We had extra for one time over. I saw you. Oh, baby. Don't you know I love you? Don't you know I love you? I love you. You're double fine. So you're only get all kinds of and even told me we just go to please until the time still dishing her in a doorbell. Well, hell out, don't employ take. Just go in there and tell the sponsor and to get your free passes. I love you. It's the concept of the we start from something. We got so ahead. Cold steel tape, cold steel beer. She's rolling. She overlooked so ahead. Also told me what you lost to me. Concept radio, baby. You're too alone. Her time we can call karaoke.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 4 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffenverteidigungsalarm 4 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 4 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffenverteidigungsalarm 4 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
Calling all patriots and purveyors of freedom, a call to arms. DEFCON 2 code Paul Revere mission Joe X has been breached.
Aufruf an alle Patrioten und Verfechter der Freiheit. Ein Aufruf zu den Waffen Alarmstufe 2 Code Paul Revere Mission Joe X wurde kompromittiert.
So I have no idea why my speakers keep going out. Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is K-TAAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA, starring Nacho the Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Talks on Riddle of Steel Radio, brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of TAAM Radio and Riddle of Steel Radio, and I own the bar, Tweets Galore, in Cleveland, in Jebediah, in Korea. I am Jebediah apologizing for this year's scheduled tour was shortened the Riverside Breeze Monster, but due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with JX, the mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to TAAM Radio, JX Special. Yeah. Hey, it's my hour. Stay tuned for more points from radio. There's a lot of stuff below you.
Attention all lovers of freedom and all patriots of the country that believe in freedom. The Western world is under attack. You need to tune in to TAAM Radio and follow the most accurate news sources that regular social media can find. You need to support Joe X. Joe X is getting oppressed by his own country that he served just for speaking his mind and giving a fuck about his own people. Yuns need to not just sit there with the talawhackers at the TikTok and that their incognito hub. Yuns need to stick up for fellow failures of Young's countrymen when they demonstrate from their government, because it's not a matter of fact of white versus black or east versus west. It's a fact of government versus you. We live in a technocracy dystopia. And what that fella George Orwell and all them Alex Jones critters and all them fellas are fighting for your rights, is fighting for your freedom. There's a victim of cancel culture, cancel culture. And young's letting it happen. Young's not sticking up for your fellers of freedom, and I'm mad at yous. I'm so mad at yous, and you can start by following TAAM Radio and subscribing to Joe X. Young's need to bring awareness to when young's fellow countrymen and your fellow Westerners getting got by the government just for them exercising their rights, just for them having an opinion. If yous don't believe me, if you're some kind of sycophantic, freaking fascist bastard, I'm gonna whoop all of yous. I need you to subscribe to Joe X. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas here at TAAM Radio. And a Joe Xmas New Year, you hear? So stay tuned. Yous follow TAAM Radio. Well, Pastor Squatcho, that's me. I love yous. Yous get going. Yous doing what you gotta do to fight for your rights. A feller said that time to time the tree of liberty is thirsty and it needs to be watered. It needs to be watered with dos sangres de fascismos and patriotismos. Los Desperados, you're tuned in to TAAM Radio. You gotta follow Joe X. You gotta bring awareness to his tyranny. And we're gonna party and make the best of it. It's 2025.
It's Christmas time. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas. We're hearing from T from Cold Steel. She said, Merry Christmas to Joe Xmas Christmas. She wants to partake in his iron test. Yours follow me as I follow Joe X. Yours, give him a subscribe if you want to stay alive. Fighting for your freedoms. This is TAAM Radio coming at you live in San Bernardino National Forest. Yours better do that. Yours better do. I won't love you. Don't you want me to love you? If young Superball is prancing around in the forest, young people love to do the wild thing. It's KTAM Radio and do the wild thing. Come do the wild thing, follow KTAM Radio. Subscribe. Switching speakers. Joe X, we is doing Joe X Christmas, coming at you live from USA, the San Bernardino National Forest. I is not so special. Yo, safety creature. This is what the wild things do. Bring it to you, KTAM Radio business. I love you. KTAM Radio USA said that through all the BS to try and relay to you the most accurate and honest available news. All things kinetic air tactical, all things practical and survival, criminal stories encrypted, but exorcism, all around Joe X, and all those who take a stand for the universal freedom for all men. KTAM established 2025 AD. Tune in to KTAM Radio presents KTAM Karaoke, yay! Stacy's mom is going on. Stacy's mom is going on. Stacy can't say it's not a girl with me. I know it might be wrong, but I don't know Stacy's mom. I know it might be wrong. I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
TAAM Radio is KTAM 1095 MF Radio. Knife Tomahawk Axe and Machete Radio. The forgotten dimension of the second A_, all God-fearing persons willing to war for freedom. This is your beacon station. KTAM Radio is KTAM 1095 MF Radio. Knife Tomahawk Axe and Machete Radio. The forgotten dimension of the second A_, all God-fearing persons willing to war for freedom. This is your beacon station. National Forest with Nacho the Squatcho. Christine the Squatcho. Happy holidays, you filthy animal. It's Nacho time, mother flutter. TAAM Radio is smacking down all the hoes this year, so be here and drink beer and fight all night for your right to a bowler towel in your butt. Christine the Squatcho, this innocent roller fight. We know you're there, it's our day, I've got you in the audience, like you how you love your heart. So yes, happy holidays, you filthy animal. Christine the Squatcho, your child be this innocent. Happy holidays, you filthy animal. It's Nacho time, mother flutter. TAAM Radio is smacking down all the hoes this year, so be here and drink beer and fight all night for your right to a bowler towel in your butt.
Reasons why you should never feel bad for cheating on your girl. In this world, we have this thing called karma. It can be good or bad depending on our actions. If you cheat on your girl, break her heart, it just means she did something nefarious in her past, and you cheating is the consequence. You're not out here cheating because you're a bad guy. You're just balancing the cosmic scales. It sounds like justice to me, King. Now go ahead and follow me. Stay toxic.
He from Cold Steel is quaking and shuddering in her loins from indulging in Rubber Dingling series with her new friend who lives under her pillow named Buzzing Rubber Joey.
T aus Cold Steel zittert und bebt in ihren Lenden, weil sie sich mit ihrem neuen Freund namens Zum Ender Gummi Joey, der unter ihrem Kissen wohnt, einer Gummispielzeugserie hingibt.
T from Cold Steel is
T aus Cold Steel zittert.
T from Cold Steel is quaking and shuddering in her loins from indulging in Rubber Dingling series with her new friend who lives under her pillow named Buzzing Rubber Joey.
T aus Cold Steel zittert und bebt in ihren Lenden, weil sie sich mit ihrem neuen Freund namens Zum Ender Gummi Joey, der unter ihrem Kissen wohnt, einer Gummispielzeugserie hingibt. Dies sind aktuelle Eilmeldungen.
This is current urgent news.
Dies sind aktuelle Eilmeldungen.
This is current urgent news.
Dies sind aktuelle Eilmeldungen. Het Nacho Vlies Show. Een oproep tot actie via de vergeten kant van de tweede aap.
You are listening to TAAM Radio with Nacho the Squatcho. A call to arms via the forgotten side of the second A+ world mysteries from the abysmal hills wherewith Behemoth will traverse.
Je luistert naar TAAM Radio.
You are listening to TAAM Radio with...
Je luistert naar TAAM Radio met Nacho Vlies Show. Een oproep tot actie via de vergeten kant van de tweede A+ wereld mysteries uit de afgrond lijken heuvels waar Behemoth doorheen zal trekken.
You are listening to TAAM Radio with Nacho the Squatcho. A call to arms via the forgotten side of the second A+ world mysteries from the abysmal hills wherewith Behemoth will traverse. Libertarian axiomatic intrinsic innate God-given freedom in the pursuit of spilling the entrails of tyrants. This is TAAM Radio with Nacho the Squatcho. We ain't right, we ain't left, we are upward, amen.
Joe X, RST from Cold Steel prefers science, Joe Sex. From the likes of Daniel Boone, Jim Bowie, Chuck Norris, and Rambo, one man finally brought to us the answer to the riddle of steel. That answer was more. Be here to audibly witness history as past and Nacho summons the gods on Joe's behalf. Ha ha ha. K-TAAM Radio presents Sons of War and a Song for Joe X Christmas Special. It's K-TAAM Radio. Live from San Bernardino National Forest with Nacho and Squancho. Merry Christmas, amigos. Let's freaking fucking go.
Divide I and Concourse, there Orwellianovich Modamus operandi Magolia Thorbau Goisterate. Put in power o der people Ludai for corporata medalinde o dear governmental Billy way.
Verdeel Aya en Kuntkerk is een Orwellianovich modulus operandi Magolia turbogoisterates. Put in Paua o der plasbouw UDUH for corper eta Nederlande o liever governmental Billy way.
Divide I and Concourse, there Orwellianovich Modamus operandi Magolia. Говорить правду о том, что глобально. Telling the truth that the global inner cabal of aristocratic Luciferian pedophile ruling class dictators. Говорить правду о... Telling the truth. Говорить правду о том, что глобальная внутренняя клика аристократического люциферианского педофильского правящего класса диктаторов. Telling the truth that the global inner cabal of aristocratic Luciferian pedophile ruling class dictators will instigate us killing each other off and inheriting all our stuff. This is K-TAAM Radio.
Это спровоцирует нас на взаимное уничтожение и присвоение всего нашего имущества. Это радио Катам.
So there was another episode about their K-TAAM Radio business. I am Uncle Nacho Squancho. And I am Chief Cold and we like to thank Joe X for the inspiration to put my channel on the map. This is your source for us truthful type of media news as possible known to mankind. I wouldn't do yours like that. I would always steer y'all in the right direction, feeding y'all the most accurate and most truthful and genuine source of news and all your information about tactical and survival. This was no episode of K-TAAM Radio dedicated to Joe X. It's Joe X's Christmas, I'll tell you what. I love you, Joe. I used to take from good steel. I got over the type of red junkie fever, but that won't last. Come get me, rescue me. That was T from Cold Steel, Beckety Joe to totally come gator. All love yous, all is not Joe the squad. So now it's T from Cold Steel. We wishing you a happy new year with Joe X and everyone that loves you. Everyone that loves Joe X and I love you. Come stay here, K-TAAM Radio. I told you, I've been telling you always, you're so welcome to come to K-TAAM Radio. I won't tell you anything wrong. I love you, Joe. Another episode of K-TAAM Radio. I'll see you again. I'll say the wood. I love you. This is Nacho the Squancho. You're listening to K-TAAM Radio business.
Not tomahawk axe and the Saturday radio, cryptid hunting, esoteric subjects and exorcisms, current accurate news, endorsement of freedoms, all things kinetics, TAAM Radio USA. Hi, is Nacho Squatcho. This is TAAM Radio coming at you live from Silver Theta National Forest. This channel is TAAM Radio, not Tomahawk X Episode Radio. This channel would like to congratulations to thank and endorse the following other channels, other influencers and whatnot. But of course the king of them all is Joe X, which Tate Colt still prefers to call Joe Sad. We have Jacob B. Peterson. It's a channel about stories, but it helps with survival. Donald Laws, he's a really good wolf. Haynes is really good. Three River Survival, them's good. Cloud Boys Outdoors need to give a shout out to Joe X and Helpful Iron. Speak up for your families and freedom. We all American, we believe in freedom. Who else we got? Oh yeah, down all day. We did also Survival Dispatch. Remember us a really good channel, Survival Dispatch. Scarab Bear Attacks, the Alaskan Avenger, and J.D. Daily for some of your news source. And we have Kentucky Ballistics. Hampton Law is really good for all youths who don't want your rights violated in the states. All youths' constitutional rights. Dr. Todd Grande with Legion of Men. Who is Cowboy Survival? We also had, I heard KTV, not television. I don't remember this. But Three Rivers Survival, Jacob B. Peterson, really big funky fun in the outdoors. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas on TAAM Radio. The boozy battle mistress for Christmas is actually the infernal sacrilegious desire imposed and unfairly thwarted upon the poor lords of teeth and cold steel toward Joe X. All because they hired that Luke Wuss instead of Joe. It's time for cold steel. I wanted cold steel and the cook vegetables. TSM, Mountain Dew and BDSM. On me, relieves the really. Never hit the spotlight, Joe can. And then I will run you, Joe, forever. I'll take the deal. And there yours having folks, teeth, cold steel, wants to Joe. She wants Joe so bad. She gave up and eventually took up Joe the Beaver to clap
back at her peeps, vengefully to even piss off a damn. Be here for more of the saga on TAAM Radio with Nacho, Squacho, Sloops, Joe X, Chris, Spencer. I love you. I love you.
Youngs was listening to TAAM Radio, another episode. Well, thank you for your patronage. This is the owner. I am Mr. Jedediah. I own the bar, Teats Galore. Aforementioned on the Regal Steel Radio. I own TAAM Radio too. Merry Christmas. This is your source for as accurate news as possible. We give you the most current, accurate information, documented history from the mid to the 100,000s. So you come back here. You're welcome anytime. It's TAAM Radio. Another episode coming to its conclusion. And Youngs come back here and we'll explore everything that is the rabbit hole of everything red pill that Youngs need to know to survive the impending AI, technocratic, cybergenetic apocalypse impending and looming onto our fate. So, Youngs, they come back. It's TAAM Radio. Youngs have a Merry New Year and all that. Hey, motherfucking brandy out of the trees. I'll tell you more.
It's a Joe Xmas Christmas, you motherfuckers on Hillary here. I tell Yuns what on TAAM Radio Business and a Squacho New Year to all the Yuns.
Es ist ein Joe X. Verdammt nochmal, ihr Idioten. Hier auf Himalaya erzähle ich euch, was bei TAAM Radio los ist. Und ein
It's a Joe Xmas.
Es ist ein Joe X.
It's a Joe Xmas Christmas, you motherfuckers on Hillary here. I tell Yuns what on TAAM Radio Business and a Squacho New Year to all the Yuns.
Es ist ein Joe X. Verdammt nochmal, ihr Idioten. Hier auf Himalaya erzähle ich euch, was bei TAAM Radio los ist. Und ein frohes neues Jahr, Gott sei Dank.
Tomahawk axe, machete, truth, and conspiracy quest, and freedom, guts, and glory, or die on your knees. This message is from TAAM Radio.
Messer, Tomahawk, Axt, Machete, Wahrheit und Verschwörung, Suche und Freiheit, Mut und Ruhm oder stirb auf Knien. Diese Nachricht stammt von TAAM Radio.
Knife, tomahawk, axe,
Messer, Tomahawk, Axe.
Knife, tomahawk, axe, machete, truth, and conspiracy quest, and freedom, guts, and glory, or die on your knees. This message is from TAAM Radio.
Messer, Tomahawk, Axt, Machete, Wahrheit und Verschwörung, Suche und Freiheit, Mut und Ruhm oder stirb auf Knien. Diese Nachricht stammt von TAAM Radio.
Still right, that new guy behind, he's a total beta male compared to Joe X. I'd like to be tested by here I won't any day now. I is still got a little beta male guy, and shit sucks. That makes her cute. She wants to choose iron rod instead. Oh.
How yo?
I don't know why YouTube thinks I want to this to stop.
What's doing out there, Nacho? This is heavy metal history, an excerpt from the 80s, the Ultimate Warrior. Joe is the last action superstar. Joe action have been on the movie The Expendables. Joe is the reason that Nick from Cold Steel has performance anxiety with tea in the sand. K-TAAM Radio presents a Joe Xmas Christmas Rocket 2026 because T wants Joe to be hired by Lynn and Stig. So Moon can go back to play with photos in the janitor closet. So have a happy new year. Because compared to Joe, Luke is a rookie new queer. That's what she said. And the middle of steel all along was Barbara. Oh, freaking fucking yeah! How's not so squatcho? This is K-TAAM Radio, yo. Sing the hell, y'all. How those do? This is not so squatcho. Fill up the juice. We got some photos. This is K-TAAM Radio. December 2025. Joe X and Squatcho got some evictions again via all the phones. Joe got it locked up with Squatcho. Joe got problems with his job all along. He was still a big ramble all alone. The Mr. Joe X is out of the middle still is my bro. Joe was Rambo all alone. And now he's got some trouble with the government because he's getting his rights violated again. And we finna see how many other people in the bus crowd in the Nashville community are gonna come to hey. We're here on KTAM Radio, we following the subject. You understand? I'll keep you close to your head. And, okay, yeah. Squancho here is getting a couple more cookies. This is cookie here and here. We're gonna pretend some cookies. I'll show you what the way is. Usually, we get some new cookies. T's have a total favor because you can't have Joe. And all the drama at Tina's ever been following that. Also, right now, currently, news in our community is right now it seems like the answer homeless is discontinued. Also, I know this personally, I'm finna try to get the kind door, having through the cooper with the safe, the letter safe, and discontinued too. All this China business is getting monopoly. It's taking over. Oh my God. Currently, the continuous Scarto is still the trademark country in the book talk get along him. This is a bonus trivia question for anyone out there to get some audible mentions. Y'all get a shout out in the next KTAM Radio. If you soon reply, the trivia question is what is
I wouldn't have obligated her to suck shit or take Lilith Slayer to pound town in the wrong ass fuckhole hole, you godless goblin shit stain, and now shall I sacrifice you to cat.
No la habría obligado a chupar mierda ni a llevar a Lilith Slayer a golpear la ciudad en el maldito agujero del culo, duende sin Dios, mancha de mierda, y ahora debería sacrificarte al gato.
I wouldn't have obligated her to suck shit or...
No la habría obligado a chupar mierda.
I wouldn't have obligated her to suck shit or take Lilith Slayer to pound town in the wrong ass fuckhole hole, you godless goblin shit stain, and now shall I sacrifice you to cat.
สาวๆของฉันพวกนั้นมันลิสนินทาKTAM Radio U ลูกของไอเลนนั่นลูกโอ้โหยิวจาก40ของฉันโดนระบบกดดันก็แค่ริเก้ยิว
My hoes and bitches, Yuns is a listening popular TAM Radio, you son of a bitch, cut off, fuck you Jack, on my 40 I'm oppressed by the system just like a you're.
สาวๆของฉันพวกนั้นมันลิสนินทาKTAM Radio U ลูกของไอเลนนั่นลูกโอ้โหยิวจาก40ของฉันโดนระบบกดดันก็แค่ริเก้ยิว
Under vägen das flygblodda han försöker lät ljudvingar stoppa in punglotta i din enda jordbruksjordgård. Jag gjorde dagen das flygblodda hantu shake you. Jag i begranda under vägen. Jag gjorde dagen das flygblodda hantu shake you. Let GG Bingaling put possum dick into your only farmland pool.
Ja, illegranda unda vägen das flygloda han pushar lät jul dingaling stoppa in punglotta i din enda jordbruksjord då. Ja, illegranda unda vägen das flygloda han pushar lät jul dingaling stoppa in punglotta i din enda jordbruksjord då. Ja, illegranda unda vägen das flygloda hunter shite you wreck GG dealing put possum dick into your only farmland pool.
Sarah is getting loot from Cold Steel, stalking of GSL for Christmas. GSL, go suck Manchuria, Luke Suckwalker. And like news and stuff. Okay, so in Southern California, around Habit or something, there was like some murders, and they're blaming some cult that took advantage of some missing person who they're sabotaging his like construction type of business. Yeah, we haven't heard nothing new. I haven't heard nothing new about the war in Ukraine lately. Remember that John X had trouble with him going, man. Yours is gonna subscribe to John X. Yours gonna follow K-10 Radio, the Christy Spencer John X with Squatcho and play for Cold Steel and Uncle Songs and whatnot. We looking in to get more coverage this year, hopefully. Squatcho is officially moving toward endorsing above all your dreams. Because Cold Steel, it goes above all of you. We do want to get praise in the whole level. Oh, God, music out those things gonna come a blast. We're looking at the corner and saying, oh, remember y'all saying, wow, American, as much as possible. Cause it's a homeless, it looks like it would discontinue. And I tried to get the condom. Here's a dude cougar with his little sleep, what dogs trying to clear on real time too. It's discontinued. It's discontinued. Follow Joe follow TAAM Radio. And all love. This is Squad Show. This is Spotify. So you can reach it. And all love you.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere, and Jim Bowie don't think you disgraced anything, Joe.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere und Jim Bowie finden nicht, dass du irgendetwas beschmutzt hast, Joe. Du bist ein verdammt cooler Typ, Alter. Deine Legende hat gerade erst begonnen.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere. Ben Franklin, Paul Revere, and Jim Bowie don't think you disgraced anything, Joe. You're a fucking badass motherfucker, dude. Your legacy just began.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere und Jim Bowie finden nicht, dass du irgendetwas beschmutzt hast, Joe. Du bist ein verdammt cooler Typ, Alter. Deine Legende hat gerade erst begonnen.
The patriotic Actimus was made to cut you out of your fifth and second amendment vulgarte some kinda guilty Jews run da horror warlord mene siga lordis.
The L was gemaakt om je uit je vijfde en tweede stand te halen. Een soort Jolio's Rondé mee aan. Aware of free speech as far as the godless globalist aristocracy has calibrated the system to allow the recount. Be here to pacify time with morbid wisdom. You are listening to TAAM Radio, the purveyor of free speech as far as the godless globalist aristocracy has calibrated the system to allow the recount. Be here to pacify time with morbid wisdom. You are listening to TAAM Radio, the purveyor of free speech as far as the godless globalist aristocracy has calibrated the system to allow the recount. Be here to pacify time with morbid wisdom. You are listening to TAAM Radio, the purveyor of free speech as far as the godless globalist aristocracy has calibrated the system to allow the recount. Be here to pacify time with morbid wisdom.
Yours is listening to that from the TAAM Radio, not Tomahawk. I am a city radio business. I am not too smart, so yours is listening, sapient creature. This is what the wild things do, and I love you.
Young people listening to TAAM Radio here too wants to give her shout out to Joe Expert.
Nils hört gerade TAAM Radio. Hörst du? Sie möchte Joe X grüßen, aber
Youngs is a listening to TAAM Radio here too wants to give her shout out to Joe Expert. She has to act enthusiastic about Luke's dry humor and Lynn's excessive drinking-induced bullying.
sie muss so tun, als ob sie von Lukes trockenem Humor und Lynns durch übermäßigen Alkoholkonsum bedingtem Mobbing begeistert wäre.
Because GSM got their little commie-tastic bitch-ass shit revealed by Joe.
Weil Joe ihren kleinen kommunistischen Drecksarsch von GSM entlarvt hat.
This edition is dedicated to summoning good spirits on the side of justice for our comrade Joe X and any others following this video.
Diese Ausgabe ist ein Aufruf an alle, sich für Gerechtigkeit für unseren Genossen Joe X und alle anderen einzusetzen, die diesem Video folgen.
Follow Joe X, Jacob B. Peterson from Prepper Bunkers Outdoors, Really Big Monkey Bushcraft, Three River Blades Survival.
Folgt Joe X, Jacob B. Peterson von Prepper Bunkers Outdoors, Really Big Monkey Bushcraft und Three River Blades Survival.
Tell them Nacho the Squatcho sent you. This is TAAM Radio, starring Nacho the Squatcho, brought to you by What the Wild Things Do Incorporated.
Talkshow hat dich geschickt. Hier ist TAAM Radio MMXX25-18-DEC Talkshow, präsentiert von What the Great Queens Do Incorporated. Live, camera, axe.
Hey, this is Nacho's Squad Show. Be sure to check out all affiliate stations on this hit channel. Riddle of Steel Radio and all of the bitches for your news source. It's Black Scout Survival, Lower Cocktail Boston, Collective, Mr. Ballin', and this real smart kid man, the channel's called What is Ballin'? By Rudy Sutton, Carla Moses, Lawrence, Jacob Blake Peterson, the Pepper Bunkers Outdoors. This year, look out, pieces, exploring the answer line, your heart to the cougar, the answers, and possibly no apologies for this year gone with. We got some hearts, some shout outs from the dude,
They mandated the substitute of transmorphosis while getting needle fucked for engineered pandemonium as a precursor to the end of freedom, you blind fucks.
Ze hebben de waardeloosheid van transmorfium opgelegd, terwijl het verkrijgen van naalden voor geconstrueerde pandemonium een voorbode is van het einde van de vrijheid, jullie blinde klootzakken.
They mandated the substitute of
Ze hebben de waardeloosheid van
They mandated the substitute of transmorphosis while getting needle fucked for engineered pandemonium as a precursor to the end of freedom, you blind fucks. Well, they kinda had a...
Nou, ze hadden er...
Well, they kinda had a Mickfucker scheme about it.
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje een Mike Fucker steen over.
Well, they kinda had a Mickfuck...
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje...
Well, they kinda had a Mickfucker scheme about it.
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje een Mike Fucker steen over.
Well, they kinda had a...
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje...
Well, they kinda had a Mickfucker scheme about it.
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje een Mike Fucker steen op.
Well, they kinda had...
Nou, ze hadden er wel een beetje...
Well, they kinda...
Yo, little Bonacho here on you. Emily getting out karaoke and Cletus and Jim Down, AK Terry. I saw your hair was done. It goes over I hear. Hey, you okay? You okay? You okay, Ali? Hey, you okay? You okay? You okay, Ali? Hey, you okay? You okay, Ali? You okay, help me? You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay, Ali? You was so glad. It's so glad. So, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do a karaoke. Call her Jebediah suit bitches hunting in a double barrel warehouse at door employer in a knife tomahawk and in Missouri. Over weekend, I cause I love you.
You arrived amongst the few who have more balls than brains against the world and more of the same enemies that God has compared to douchebags. This is TAAM Radio. Do you copy over? PC 8,675,309. It is now illegal to shoot a gopher from a potato launcher in 5 states, albeit putting frozen gerbils up your ass qualifies for Employee of the Month in San Francisco. PC 8,675,309 het is nu illegaal om een gopher te schieten vanwege een aardappelwerper in 5 staten. Hoewel het in je kan stoppen van beveren gerbils je in aanmerking laat komen voor de titel Wernmer. PC 8,675,000 PC 8675309. Het is nu illegaal om een gopher te schieten vanuit een aardappelwerper in 5 staten, hoewel het in je kont stopt van bevroren gerbils je in overweging laat komen voor de titel werknemer. The analogical hands of the inevitable doomsday clock are currently situated at X times Murphy's Law Y equals DEFCON 4 _. Please proceed to find and harbor your kitty cat.
De analoge wijzers van de onvermijdelijke doemdagklok bevinden zich momenteel op x maal de wet van Murphy. Y is DEFCON 4 -. Ga verder met het vinden en huisvesten van uw kat. The analoge wijzers van the analogical hands of the inevitable doomsday clock are currently situated at X times Murphy's Law Y equals DEFCON 4 _. Please proceed to find and harbor your kitty cat.
Of your constitutional rights. It all works together to fuck you out of your constitutional rights because Elmer the fuck fud larps patriotism and you will get the jab and eat the bugs and agree it's moral to touch trannies. It all works together to fuck you out of your constitutional rights because Elmer the fuck fud larps patriotism and you will get the jab and eat the bugs and agree it's moral to touch trannies. It all works together to fuck you out of your constitutional rights because Elmer the fuck fud larps patriotism and you will get the jab and eat the bugs and agree it's moral to touch trannies. It all works together to fuck you out of your constitution. It all works together to fuck you out of your constitutional rights because Elmer the fuck fud larps patriotism and you will get the jab and eat the bugs and agree it's moral to touch trannies.
Hey y'all, this is Nacho the Squatcho reminding you just invited to every weekend karaoke festival over at Cletus and Jebediah's fishing in a double barrel warehouse emporium that was featured on Riddle of Steel Radio. I will be there all night till the squad show. We'll be doing raffle tickets and the winner of the karaoke might get like 50 bucks. Out there, I'll do my best head culture class. Come on, chameleon! You come and go! You come and go! And yours, baby, we got pretzels. We got pretzels and Jim Beam. And the winner of the karaoke business might be eligible to win like 50 bucks. So come on down to Cletus Jimmy Fishing, shooting, did a double barrel warehouse in Pouring. Every weekend we're doing the karaoke business. I is not so the squad, so yours is listening safety creature. This is what the wild things do, and I love you.
FPG American GSM do the sheep for cheapy. Ha 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 ha. When you do PP American GSM you do cheap for cheapy. Sulit American Paris my kun ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. When you do American GSM you do cheap for cheapy. Ha 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 ha. Why you do that? PP American GSM do that shit for cheapy. Stupid American Paris my pizza ha ha. Ha 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 ha. When you do PP American GSM you do cheap for cheapy. Stupid American Paris my kun ha ha ha.
Were you recently involved in a justifiable homicide? But you live in a sissy-ass state where when someone fucks around.
The Second Amendment ain't for shooting. The Second Amendment ain't for shooting skeet or beating your meat larping tactical Elmer Fudd ass, but rather to ensure aristocratic lizard chomo scum and Epstein the Monopoly guy can't fuck shit. The Second Amendment ain't for shooting skeet or beating your meat larping tactical Elmer Fudd ass, but rather to ensure The Second Amendment ain't for shooting skeet or beating your meat larping tactical Elmer Fudd ass, but rather to ensure aristocratic lizard chomo scum and Epstein the Monopoly guy can't fuck shit. The Second Amendment ain't for shooting skeet or beating your meat larping The Second Amendment ain't for shooting skeet or beating your meat larping tactical Elmer Fudd ass, but rather to ensure aristocratic lizard chomo scum and Epstein the Monopoly guy can't fuck shit.
Y'all's doing out there? It's me, Uncle Cletus. I know y'all's been scrounging out there with Talawhacker on the incognito hood. I know y'all afraid of what your mama knowing what y'all's are doing in the bathtub. But I know y'all ain't fixing for some hardcore Dixon. And this y'all comes down to tits galore, yeah, don't be a bitch, and we won't be a snitch. That's right, what mama don't know won't hurt her, you slick little son of a bitch. We got hoochies and coochies, and only half-brained sluts that love cigarette butts. Being thrown at them for incentivized double cooching and butt scooting, and on the half of every other lap dance in the black room, buddy.
where butter-faced disgrace doesn't have to be commonplace or a problem. We got Betsy the Sexy and Charlotte Harlem going at it and making true Texas Sumo Gladiator obstacle course finals this Sunday. We got Tina Twister, Sinister Mr. Mistress versus the Ursus, Ursula, Pretzel, Tin and Tangle Deluxe in off-road shopping cart, mudslide derby this Saturday. And if your dad is still there, and you ain't a bitch on Monday, the fun day continues when all Maladam Rock Cross makes her debut. Since her pit down in Tyrese is all that there parole. So come on down to Tits Galore. Stop being a little bitch. Oh yeah. Just remember, bring your own cup for the cans and stripper pails. And make sure if Young's got a tangle link out in the back, Young's doing freewheeling the cactus and not all the neighbors' fence and shit. We'll also be having mobile food truckers and arm wrestling and bingo tournament where the winners will enter a lottery to win a game of Come Hop or Pop. If you can survive a snooker splash ride from old Ursus the Tina Terminator, you'll win like $50, dude. So come on down to Tits Galore. And we may encourage your dad to stop calling you the little bitch. Tits Galore. Yeah!
Hi, it's me again, Typical Steel. Like, oh my god, like I'm totally Typical Steel, right? Wishing Joe X some happy holidays. I tell you what, there's no Christmas stocking big enough that he couldn't stuff the booth. But I'd like to try to call that bluff, and all those squatchos might have booed. I'd still rather want that all that outright stuff, and I kinda said about my own ways, but I was scared that Cold Steel had Joe, because that Luke guy's a bitch complaint. I love you, Joe. I just Typical Steel. I wish they had you instead. Ooh.
The two hands of the doomsday clock is currently forecasted at DEFCON 4. Do you know where your cat is?
De twee wijzers van de Doemsdagklok staan momenteel op DEFCON 4. Weet jij waar je kat is?
The two hands of the doomsday clock is currently forecasted at DEFCON 4. Do you know where your cat is?
De twee wijzers van de Doemsdagklok staan momenteel op DEFCON 4. Weet jij waar je kat is?
The two hands of the doomsday clock is currently forecasted at DEFCON 4. Do you know?
Were you recently involved in a justifiable homicide?
Top's sheets suck almost as bad as Luke from Cold Steel. It's TAAM Radio.
Tops Scheiben sind fast so schlecht wie Luke aus Cold Steel. Es ist TAAM Funk.
Until you rise up to what the fuck that shit's never gonna come past Colombian sedentary docile non-drug luchas shits never gonna compass to Volofiat sedentarily docile conformity non-trada butchasida a solo cupped lauter fuckaroo. Don't not hear upstarts, what the fuck, then shit's not so long, makes their modified
Merry Christmas from Nacho Squatcho.
And typical still, the elevator Joe X, that I call Joe Fan.
Yeah, and yours out there listen to the TAAM Radio. This is a tribute to Joe X special for Christmas New Year around 2025 and 2026. Y'all stay tuned. It's TAAM Radio here. I love you.
I only love Joe X.
I love you.
I only love Joe X. I'm paid for cold steel.
Hi, it's not Joe the Squatcho, TAAM Radio business. Call in every weekend. We're doing call in karaoke with Nacho the Squatcho. I'll show you how it's done. So it's all this, cause I'm a free as a bird now. And this bird you cannot change. And this bird you cannot change. Oh, I love you. This is not so the Squatcho. Y'all listen to TAAM Radio. This is what wild things do. And I love you.
Merry Christmas from River Steel and TAAM Radio.
This is
Pastor Squatcho.
It's your
Joe
mama got tummy twisted on the fields.
I'll
Go
love
fuck yourself,
you.
couple lip-tart bastards. Go fuck yourself.
He don't like it's just the face. I really got the melt. I just a favor. I'll take the cold steel. Fuck
Hi, it's Nacho, and we're here with Uncle Zorks pertaining to conversation belonging to the world of warriors that we may have to face as an existential threat crisis to the West, coming from the former Soviet Empire. We're just going to touch bases on it on our little history segment. But we're here, and so we follow it redacted, and all the sources be here for that. So, hey, Mr. Zorks, introduce yourself. You're from Steel Radio side, and give me 1 second. Oh yeah, that's some good cough. Thank you very much. So yeah, tell me about it.
Well, Squancho, yeah, my dad was a vet. That was Vietnam War era. And that trouble, that crock pot been waiting and pending to explode. Sometime that's trying to slow and blow the West, just as the Euro had curtailed verbally in his lecture in the 80s back when the Soviet Empire was on its way here. For now, we have better technology and training, but they have a burn your ships, no way out mission above human life, fighting type of Bushido mentality that the West has lost with these comfort creature comforts of modernity. And strategy has always belonged to who owns terrain or superior confident kinetic range. You take it from here, Squancho. Yeah, I was telling all this that we'd fallen redacted. We spawned other sources that are really concise and won't do it to all people. So tell us some more things, what's going on. We're really still side. Well, Mr. Squancho, remember we have also PJ Combo, who has a better back kick than Joe Rogan. He's gonna start soon someday, his kinetic channel. Yeah, I'll tell you what, but he ain't got a back kick like AJ Van Bacon Galore. He got all the moves. Yeah, that is true, Squancho. And we'll be following that. You tell your subscribers to subscribe and follow Real or Still Radio. And hopefully the boss, Mr. Jebediah, is still on vacation so we can still smoke and drink in a parking lot. Yeah, I have this, the flavors got the special privileges and all that, the fishnet and cigarette burn stains. But I tell you, people that you're just follow us and you're just gonna be alright. We won't tell you wrong. So, our squad, so young sapient creature, and we'll love you. Yeah, you're pretty cool. Come back, Roaster Real. And TAAM Radio. Yeah.
TSM.US 2 minute US ดูสักดูRDT ต้องการโจทย์ US ดูที US ฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าฮ่า GSM data dummy replica secuanda TT wanjozada pia ha 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 TSM that GSM data dummy TSM that US 2 minute US ดูสักดูRDT ต้องการโจทย์ US ดูที US ฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าGSM data dummy replica secuanda TT wanjozada pia ha 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 TSM that US The PP American GSM do the shit for cheapy ha 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 like you do PP American GSM you do shit for cheapy food American charisma คุณค่าha ha 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 like you do American GSM you do cheap for cheapy
ha, why you a dude, da PP on American, GSM, do da sheep, go cheapy, still the American target my kuta ha ha. Ha, why you do American, GSM, you do cheap for chippy, American, target my kuta ha. Top storm vector sucked so bad because while doing the heat treatment, Louis had an explosion in the Lederhosen.
Der Sturmvektor war so schlecht, weil Louis während der Wärmebehandlung eine Explosion in der Lederhose hatte.
You do da cheapy fee and buy da China and you da PR American ha why you da no da right US da hun
US ดูยิวดิวดาชีบีฟีค่าธรรมเนียมเป็นใบดาชัยมูเป็นยิวดูพีอาร์อเมริกันฮักไหวยู US ดูไม่ดูไร US ดูแขวน
you do da cheapy fee and buy da China and you
US ดูยิวดิวดาชีบีฟีค่าธรรมเนียมเป็นใบดาชัยมูเป็นยิวดูพีอาร์อเมริกันฮักไว้ยิว US ดูไม่ดูไร US ดูแขวน
you do da cheapy fee and buy da China and you da PR American.
As the ultimate warrior, and my message to you, all proselyte of Joe X. Your enemy is the amalgamation of a bunch of godless monkey crap. Deep red blacking, soy stacking, fake alpha, douche fucking. This is K-Tech Radio, and this is our creed. If it starts metal, it sucks. If it starts steel, it sucks. Only gives a fuck about money and drugs, because she's the pride of the love from Joe. Pathetic savior, basic you. Be here to participate in history. Stand up for your rights, or die on your knees. You have been chosen. You have chosen the destiny that leads to mortal struggles. You have fought thyself forsaken by the gods of this fallacy of modernity. Now join the vows of your abyss awaiting reprisal. Your mission is paramount to subscribe to Joe X and the Rusty Radio, or be mauled to death by the foes of the serpent's trauma, who stalks the purgatory prison, locked inside your own soul's cerebral cortex. This is K-Tech Radio, the power dies 1,000 times.
With Nachow Gacho you son will be a boat. Or one-stop shop for cryptic hunting residents with heavy-ass steel acrylic for months. Garden people from ready with laughter as Quaffle and using real bush in stupid the cryptic left is creating in the insure and so agreements. What things
Right here, welcome to TAAM Radio with Michelle Squatcher, you son of the above. Her one-stop shop for quickly compromising and heavy ass feel of critical months. Her heart. Ha 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 GSM Sucky 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 GSM Fucky 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 อันดาเยอะฮาเฮฮาฮาเฮแลเฮฮักกาฮักกาโซอินพาอุมบาลา Har GSM Sucky 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 GSM Fucky 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 Adayur Har Har Heller Hurl Haka Haka Sewing Pow Umbala.
Hey, it's me again. I take the cold steel. And my rubber jaw is too cold right now. So I'm taking this break from TikTok to Wiz Joe X and and I love him. And I wish cold steel would hide him and stay in. 'Cause that blue guy, he ain't even good at things. What the fuck? That's why I'll go and jungle fever now. I don't give a fuck about what my dad says. I want to come. This is Nacho the Squatcho inviting all the youths to tune in every weekend for our call in karaoke, and all will help yours to get the sweepstakes to the cover band to the kiss wing of business, and I'll show you all how it's done. Call me the cat romance. Call me the cat romance.
Game Sparring Piece of Killer Comic พันแฟชิสชนิดอยู่เรตติ้งดูคีเสาดิวดูคีบนดูยันกี้ยูเอชดูกับเมอร์ส You Game Meister Piece of the Higher Comic Confascist Shit You Ready the People Do the Key on the Yankee the Commerce ต้นยูโบเกมสเปอริง Piece of Killer Comic พันแฟชิสชักนิดยืนเรตติ้งดูคีเสาดิวดูคีบนดูยันกี้ยูเอชดูกับเนอร์ส You Meister Piso the Heiler Kami Kun Fascist Schmidt You Redding the People Do the PP on the Yankee the Commerce He hates Lynn and Stick for short for circumventing Moby Dick from her end.
Sie hasst Lynn und Stick ganz bestimmt, weil sie Moby Dick von ihr ferngehalten haben. Und
She hates Lynn and Stick for short.
sie hasst Lynn und Stick ganz bestimmt.
She hates Lynn and Stick for short for circumventing Moby Dick from her end.
Sie hasst Lynn und Stick ganz bestimmt, weil sie Moby Dick von ihr ferngehalten haben. Und
And Luke sucks in the sack compared to Rubber Joey's manual attack under T's pillow stack at TAAM Radio.
Und Luke ist im Bett eine Niete im Vergleich zu Joeys manuellem Angriff unter T's Kissenstärke. Das ist TAAM Radio.
Ha 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 ha, you dust. Ha 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 ha, you do some bullshit. โดอัมบอลลาha ha 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 you da sum bosh dat doin umbola kuntola sit and suck the teats of pacifistic slavery into the abysmal 4D infanticide of the West because no 2A balls. Ha 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 you do some bosh dat do umbola kuntola นั่งและดูดหัวนมของทาสสันติวิธีเข้าไปในการฆ่าเด็ก4 มิติอันเลวร้ายของตะวันตกเพราะไม่มีลูกบอลเก2 ลูก Ha 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 you the some bush that ha 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 you do some bush that do umbrella คุณ ha 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 you da some bosh dat doin umbola kuntola sit and suck the teats of pacifistic slavery into the abysmal 4D infanticide of the West because no 2A balls. ฟันลูคันฟันเตลูพัสแอสพิเชสยูดาฟอดายูวีดาฟักกี้จีเอสเอ็มฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าฮ่ายูยูนิฟBong dong ton fun da fat ass vicious you da fo da you li da fucky GSM ha 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 you da bish. Fun boom pan fun boom pass ass bitches you da fon da you da fucky GSM ha 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 you you
Hey yo, it's Nacho again, another friendly reminder we got karaoke every weekend. You can call in so switch to go. Last time the winner was Ralph from Wisconsin. I was second place when we played that again, and it was really fun. I was like, and you're okay, are you okay, are you okay, Allie? And you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. You've been struck by, I still can go. So that was an excellent last time. I was doing my karaoke thing. I got second place, Ralph did his thing. We lost the footage of that. We dropped it in the wastebasket when we getting out free pencils at Cletus and Timothy Warehouse Party. So them velvet is yours instead of it every weekend. Just call me your karaoke thing. And we'll check out here in K-Town Radio. Yours tune in every week and we got them there karaoke. Uncle Zorks is DJ. This is K-Town Radio with Lions.
Stop being a Types fanboy and learn to wipe your ass. Where the hell do they even sell 7XL tattered overalls anyway? It's K-Tam Radio, motherfucker.
Hör auf, dich wie ein Tops-Fanboy aufzuspielen und lern dir den Arsch abzuwischen. Wo zum Teufel kriegt man überhaupt so zerrissene 7XL-Latzhosen zu kaufen? Das ist TAAM Radio, du Arschloch.
Wake the fuck up! It's 2025 and you know what that means. More than likely her boyfriend is a bitch compared to Joe Hayes. And to a lesser degree compared to himself, Nacho Squatcho. If you is fans of either one of them, that probably applies to you too. That most likely her boyfriend is a bitch compared to you. I love you. This is Nacho the Squatcho. Subscribe to Joe X. He's gonna follow me. We're gonna be badass motherfuckers. Hello, this is Mr. Jebediah. I am the fella that owns Real Astute Radio, TAAM Radio, and the bar, Teats Galore, Teats Galore. I'm reminding you, coming up in the Inland Empire, Southern California, at the Tejas Bar and Grill, Maurice, Colombia. We'll have a karaoke tournament, and I will leave it up to Nacho to fill you in. Thank you for your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. I hope to see you there. Hey, I'm Nacho again, guys. How you doing? We're doing them there every weekend. You can call in and do your karaoke business. I'll be doing the karaoke 2 hours in their hospital in Colombia, like something like this, like outside, out, everybody, say where are you out, the skins are cold, and the something different out. Living the Vita, oh God. See us living the Vita. Living the Vita. Living the Vita. Living the Vita. Living the Vita, oh God. Living the Vita. 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 Living the Vita, local. And that would be living the Vita local all night long. We have free pretzels, and we have some jitterbug, and the winner of the karaoke contest might be eligible to get like $50. So come on down. It's gonna be our Cletus and Jebediah's fishing, hunting, shooting in a double warehouse, fishing, hunting, warehouse, emporium. Yours will be there. I'll be at TAAM Radio. I'll see you. I'll love you. I'll go by. I love you. So there you have it. Today, Haas, Maurice, Colombia Bar and Grill. It's about 2 blocks down west from Teats Galore. Teats Galore. We're doing a collaboration. So I hope to see you there. I thank you for your patronage. You're listening to TAAM Radio.
Simply not permitted to do shit anymore. The government has your ass on a string, bitch, and modern people are too docile to give a fuck. This is fucking TAAM Radio.
Du darfst einfach gar nichts mehr machen. Die Regierung hat dich voll im Griff, du Schlampe. Und die Leute heutzutage sind zu fügsam, um sich darum zu scheren.
You're simply not permitted to do...
Du darfst einfach gar nichts mehr machen.
You're simply not permitted to do shit anymore. The government has your ass on a string, bitch, and modern people are too docile to give a fuck. This is fucking TAAM Radio.
Du darfst einfach gar nichts mehr machen. Die Regierung hat dich voll im Griff, du Schlampe. Und die Leute heutzutage sind zu fügsam, um sich darum zu scheren. Das ist verdammt nochmal TAAM Radio.
This is not so Scotcho Modern News. Yours is invited to a weekend karaoke business we got going on. You call in and do your karaoke business, and I'll go with you. It's not so Scotch. Upside, inside, and you living the Vita. See where you out, and the skills are color. So and all different skills are color. See where you out, living the Vita local, living the Vita, living the Vita, living the Vita local. Yeah. Let elevate alone, God. So I love all you. Just make sure you tune in to KTAM Radio. This weekend we doing karaoke. It's so down out here. Hello, I am Mr. Jebediah, the fellow that owns KTAM and River and Steve Radio in the bar. Teens galore. Lead us in Jebediah's warehouse emporium. And we got updates these days. They say that everything 2025 we are dedicating this Christmas season in a segment of the new year to Gen X, and we are bringing awareness that June is a modern day icon of the necessity to preserve the first and second amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Also, and it is affirmative that sculpture is obtained as weekly. And we're going to be discussing that and much more. This is the season for its adventures. 13th December in heavy metal history, it marks the day that Eagle Zorks totally scored with the second Jenny that looked like the first Jenny. Jenny was a heavy metal chick that kudos to him. Salutations and stuff. Make it clap back. Jenny, if you're out there, hold on back. This is KTAM Radio. This is Mr. Jebediah. I am the fellow who owns the bar. Teens galore. Be sure to stay tuned for Squatchy karaoke as aforementioned other previous commercials. Happy holidays from KTAM Radio and Burrito and Steel Radio Attention patriots, mosh pit veterans, and hardcore lovers of freedom. This weekend, Cletus and Jebediah's Fishing in the Double Barrel Emporium is offering free petitions to put you know who on the next ballot. Uncle Ted. Yep, he's also on a watch list from the feds. And he's thoroughbred. Red, white, and blue. Just like me, and just like you, brother. So come on down yonder this weekend, for free autographed energy drinks and bowling knives. If you win the prize in our various Target suit games. Oh yeah, Cletus and Jebediah's Fishing in the Double Barrel Emporium this weekend, and half off anti-freedom beverage for the day. If you win the target practice on the games. That's right, don't be late. So come on down to Cletus and Jebediah's Fishing in the Double Barrels Outdoor Warehouse Emporium. This weekend will be 2 free hand grenades and NATO regulation gas masks with any purchases of semi-automatic primary and secondary covers. Win your chick a tactical breast vest that may be eligible to be autographed by the Motorhead City Batman himself, sweepstakes. Yeah! This ain't your Barney Sanders convention, y'all. So get on down yonder here and have a beer and shoot a deer and don't be queer. Limited 3 days.
and less guaranteed intent to purchase bazookas. All total biologically born chicks are totally welcome, but this disclaimer says chicks must have biological accoutrements of like sheer and total megalithic sex. All like really and totally massive and disproportionate to the waistband size. So come on in and make sure liberty never is dead. Get your ass in here and vote for Uncle Ted. This message is brought to you by sheer and total kick-ass shit and Black Bazooka Coffee Incorporated. So get on down here to Cletus and jeopardize this isn't the Double Barrel Emporium this weekend. This weekend, yeah!
All for Mac, both for Mike, Dr. Scheme, Iberio, Doa, DeWeese, Slurp, Fascist, Bo, Gilly, Beaner, because no Spartan, like Constitution, all ethics, in Rise of Steel, belongs only to we the strong instead. Spalfa Mac, Bofa, Mike, Fuckerstein, Iberio, Doa, DeWeese, Slurp, Fascist, Bo, Gilly, Wiener, because no Spartan, like Constitution, all ethics, in Rise of Steel, belongs only to we the strong instead. Spalfa Mac, Bofa, Mike, Fuckerstein, Iberio, Doa, DeWeese, Slurp, Fascist, Bo...
House, but hence, because an illegal
Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is K-TAAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Songs, Uncle Songs on Riddle of Steel Radio. Brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of K-TAAM.
TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bluey with his knife. In most every battle, when the West was young, the Mexicans outnumbered us, but still we'd make them run. 'Cause they would see a flash of steel, and one by one they fell. And as their generals called retreat, you could hear them yell, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bluey with his knife. We were fighting Injuns, things were looking bad. Till Jim showed up and gave those Redskins everything he had. He cut 'em up and cut 'em down, and as they rode away, while they were heading for the hills, you could hear 'em say, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bluey with his knife. His last battle at the Alamo, he was killed by Santa Anna, but history books will show. Till the very minute Jim Bowie fell and died, he was busy with his blade and Santa Anna cried, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie.
Someone express delivery for Chad Hoobos. What kind of name is that?
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen.
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut. Everybody loves the nut. There was a hermit named Fred who kept the dead horse in his cave. And everyone said to Fred, Fred, how come you keep a dead horse in your cave? And he said, well, everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut. Everybody loves the nut. A Columbia man named Frank had a tiger named Hank. He tried to put Hank in his tank. Guess what happened to old Frank? When they picked up the teeth, hair, and eyeballs, erected a tombstone that read, everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut. Everybody loves the nut. Another Columbia fella told Queen Isabella, I don't think the world is flat. Now, what do you think about that? And she said, you don't. He said, no, ma'am. And she said, you get out of my queendom. And he said, yes, ma'am. Everybody loves that. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut. Everybody loves the nut. Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Wildlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika, USA, Südkalifornien.
TAAM Radio, Knife, Tomahawk, Axe, and Machete Radio.
TAAM Funkgerät. Funkgerät für Messer, Tomahawk, Hack.
T-Mobile's guide.
Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheber...
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Fought single-handed through the Indian War till the creeks was whipped and the peace was in store. While he was handling this risky chore, made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He give his word and he give his hand that his Indian friends could keep their land. The rest of his life he took the stand that justice was due every redskin band. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He went off to Congress and served a spell, fixing up the government and laws as well. Took over Washington, so we hear tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. When he come home, his politicking done. The Western March had just begun, so he packed his gear and his trusty gun and lit out grinning to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. His land is biggest and his land is best, from grassy plains to the mountain crest. He's ahead of us all, meeting the test, following his legend into the West. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. King of the wild frontier.
Look this way.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheber...
Early one morning, with time to kill, I borrowed Jeb's rifle and sat on the hill. I saw a lone rider crossing the plain. I drew a bead on him to practice my aim. My brother's rifle went off in my hand. A shot rang out across the land. The horse he kept running, the rider was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. I set off running to wake from the dream. My brother's rifle went into the sheen. I kept on running into the Southlands. That's where they found me, my head in my hands. The sheriff, he asked me, why had I run? And then it came to me, just what I had done. And all for no reason, just one piece of lead. I hung my head, I hung my head. Here in the courthouse, the whole town was there. I see the judge high up in his chair. Explain to the courtroom what went through your mind, and we'll ask the jury what verdict they find. I felt the power of death over life. I orphaned his children, I widowed his wife. I beg their forgiveness, I wish I was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head. Early one morning, with time to kill, I see the gallows up on the hill, and out in the distance, a trick of the brain. I see a lone rider crossing the plain, and he come to fetch me to see what they done, and we'll ride together till kingdom come. I pray for God's mercy, 'cause soon I'll be dead. I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head.
I'm for music. It's gotta be my new one.
Your new album?
Yeah, play it on Amazon Music.
I'm a bad man.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio.
I'm a good gift giver, by the way. She is. This season, I want...
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika.
Over 2 axe handles tall, he was arrow straight and thin. He was rough and he was tougher than a gnarled old hickory limb. In the War of 1812, Andrew Jackson got that name. His soldiers gave it to him, forever to remain. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory's eyes were bright and blue, and they searched for truth and right. And when they didn't see it, there would likely be a fight. If old Hickory didn't like a thing someone had done or said, he coolly looked them in the eye, then hit them on the head. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. From the lonely piney woods he came, and he seemed to always yearn to go back home to Tennessee, his home once more returned. He called his place the Hermitage, and contentedly he sighed. That's where Andrew Jackson, old Hickory, finally died. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president.
Our story continues on the Mount Crumpet Cliffs.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika, USA.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes are blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky. All the horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. As the rider floated on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways. They are with us, you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-i-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika, USA.
We've got to take this global.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM.
You've heard about the fighting man and many a pioneer, but there's another kind of hero that we ought to hear.
Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man.
Ben Franklin couldn't ride a horse and he couldn't shoot a gun, but it would take a mighty long time to tell the things he's done. He wrote for Richard's Almanac, and when he flew that kite on the world of science, he threw a brand new light. Yes, he threw a brand new light.
Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man.
He helped unite the colonies in the war against the French. Then he went off to England, threw them a monkey wrench. He spoke his piece and told them our nation had a right to freedom from oppression and made them see the light. Yes, he made them see the light. Ben Franklin was a quiet man, but one who made his mark. And when he went a politicking, he showed the kind of spark that made this country what it is. And he was there that day to sign the Constitution of the USA, yes, of the USA. Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino.
At Wells Fargo, we get it. You started your business.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California. TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen.
For 2 long years, my head hurt bad, so the doctor checked me and he shook his head. He said, I'm sorry to tell you, but your body's outlived your brain. He said, I know this doctor in New York, son, and he'll fix you right up with a brand new one. So the head doctor met me when I stepped down off of the train. He said, we had this bank robber killed last night. His body shot, but his brain's all right. I'll give you a transplant, boy, and you'll be okay. I got my new brain in and I was feeling great. I went right back to Nashville with no headache, but something strange happened when I walked in the bank one day. I said, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this place. Drop all of your money in my guitar case. Don't nobody move and don't nobody reach for that door. A lady said, why, you're Johnny Cash. I said, no, ma'am, I'm the Manhattan Flash, and I am the best bank robber in New York. Now, the other night, Roy Acuff called me. He said, John, I'd like for you to do the opera. So I went out on the stage, but I couldn't sing. I got into half a verse if I walked the line, and something snapped in this head of mine. I yelled, stick 'em up, give me your money, your watches, and ring. Well, I called New York and talked to that brain quack. I said, Doc, I've got to have my whole brain back. He said, I'm sorry there, Mr. Cash, but I can't do that. He said, I put your brain in a chicken last Monday. He's singing your songs and making lots of money. And I got him signed to a 10-year recording contract. Now, friends, if you see me walking down the street, remember what you see ain't necessarily me. And if I try to hold you up, don't pay me no mind. But when you got $10 that you can blow, you ought to catch that Johnny Chicken show. He's doing fairs and concert dates all up and down the line. I said, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this place. Drop all of your money in my guitar case. Don't nobody move and don't nobody reach for that door. A lady said, why, you're Johnny Cash. I said, no, ma'am, I'm the Manhattan Flash, and I am the best bank robber in New York. Well, you don't pay any income tax. You don't pay tax on money you steal. You ought to catch that Johnny Chicken show. Chicken in Black.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. Back when Thomas Jefferson was the leader of this land, he put out the call for a patriotic man. The words no sooner left his lips, up stepped two volunteers. One named Lewis, one named Clark, two buckskin pioneers. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. They set out from St. Louis with 43 brave men up the wide Missouri till the river froze, and then they built a fort and made some maps, and there they settled in and tried forgetting hunger pains while waiting for winter's end. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. They mapped the Rocky Mountains, ate buffalo and bear. They traveled on and had to fight Injuns everywhere. But Meriwether Lewis kept busy at his maps, so other men who traveled west could follow in their tracks. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. Never short on courage, they fought their way out west and proudly raised the stars and stripes to win their bitter quest. And then those rugged pioneers who crossed the USA went back to old St. Louis and heard their president say, a big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Wildlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika, USA, Südkalifornien.
Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is K-TAAM Radio
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA.
John Henry's pappy woke him up one midnight. He said, before the sheriff comes, I want to tell you, listen, boy. Said, learn to ball a jack, learn to lay a track, learn to pick and shovel too, and take my hammer. It'll do anything you tell it to. John Henry's mammy had about a dozen babies. John Henry's pappy broke jail about a dozen times. The babies all got sick, and when the doctor wanted money, he said, I'll pay you a quarter at a time. Starting tomorrow, that's a pay for a steel driver on this line. Then the section foreman said, hey, hammer swinger, I see you brought your own hammer, boy, but what else can all them muscles do? And he said, I can turn a jack, I can lay a track, I can pick and shovel too.
Can you swing a hammer, boy?
Yes, sir, I'd do anything you hire me to.
Now, ain't you something so high and mighty with your muscle? Just go ahead, boy, and pick up that hammer. Pick up the hammer.
He said, get a rusty spike and swing it down 3 times. I'll pay you a nickel a day for every inch it's sinking to. Go on and do what you say you can do. With a steep-nosed hammer on a 4-foot switch handle, John Henry raised it back till it touched his heels, and the spike went through the cross tie and it split it half in 2. 35 cents pay for driving steel.
Swing, swing, boy, swing. You owe me 2 more swings.
I was born with driving steel. Well, John Henry hammered in the mountain. He'd give a grunt, he'd give a groan with every swing. The women folks for miles around heard him and come down to watch him make the cold steel ring. Lord, what a swinger! Just listen to that cold steel ring. But the fat boss come up laughing at John Henry. Said, you full of vinegar now, but you about through. We gonna get a steam drill to do your share of driving. Then what's all them muscles gonna do? Huh, John Henry? Gonna take a little bit of vinegar out of you. John Henry said, I feed 4 little brothers and baby sisters walking on her knees. Did the Lord say that machines ought to take the place of living? And what's a substitute for bread and beans? I ain't seen it. Do engines get rewarded for their steam? John Henry hid in a coal mine for his dinner nap. Had 30 minutes to rest before the bell. The mine boss hollered, get up, whoever you are, and get a pickaxe. Give me enough coal to start another hill. Keep it burning. Find me enough to start another hill. John Henry said to his captain, a man ain't nothing but a man. But if you bring that steam drill around, I'll beat it fair and honest. I'll die with my hammer in my hand, but I'll be laughing, cause you can't replace a steel driving man. There was a big crowd of people at the mountain. John Henry said to the steam drill, how is you? Pardon me, Mr. Steam Drill, I suppose you didn't hear me. I said, how you? Huh. Well, can you turn the jack? Can you lay a track? Can you pick and shovel too? Listen, this hammer swinger's talking to you. Somebody hollered, the mountain's caving in. John Henry told the captain, tell the kind folks don't to worry. It ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. It keeps me breathing. This steel driver's muscle, I ain't 10. Captain, tell the people move back further. I'm at the finish line and there ain't no drill. It's so far behind, but yet ain't got the brains to quit it. When she goes up, she'll scatter across the hills, Lord, Lord. When she goes up, she'll scatter across the hills. Well, John Henry had a little woman. I believe the lady's name was Polly Ann. Yeah, that was his good woman. John Henry threw his hammer over his shoulder and went on home. He lay down to rest his weary back, and early next morning he said, "Come here, Polly Ann. Come here, sugar. You know, I believe this is the first time I ever watched the sun come up that I couldn't come up. Take my hammer, Polly Ann, and go to that railroad. Swing that hammer like you seen me do it. And when you're swinging with the lead man, they'll all know. They'll all know you're John Henry's woman, but tell them that ain't all you can do. Tell them, I can hoist a jack, and I can lay a track. I can pick and shovel too. Ain't no machine can. That's been proved to you." There was a big crowd of mourners at the church house. The section hands laid in the sand. Trains go by on the rails John Henry laid. They slow down and take off the hats, the men do, when they come to the place where John Henry's laying, resting his back. Some of them say, "Morning, steel driver. You sure was a hammer swinger." Then they go on by, picking up a little speed. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack.
Young lies a steel driving man, oh Lord. Young lies a steel driving man. Young lies a steel driving man, oh Lord. Young lies a steel driving man. Young lies a steel driving man, oh Lord.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika, USA, Südkalifornien.
TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swat and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
Johnny Clem, young and strong and bold, hero of the Civil War and only 12 years old. Came the call for volunteers and he was there in line. They just laughed and told the lad no babies would they sign. In the baggage car he hid and to the front he went. There they made him drummer boy of the regiment. Johnny Clem, young and strong and bold, hero of the Civil War, only 12 years old. Johnny marched through rain and mud with never much to eat. When the cry for battle came, upon his drum he beat. Mid the yells and bursting shells did Johnny bravely come, even though his frightened heart was beating like his drum. Johnny Clem, young and strong and bold, hero of the Civil War, and only 12 years old. Soldiers weary of the war with no heart left to fight, heard the sound of Johnny's drum a-coming through the night. Johnny's bravery touched their hearts, new courage came to them. There were many battles won, thanks to Johnny Clem. Johnny Clem, young and strong and bold, hero of the Civil War, and only 12 years old. Johnny Clem, young and strong and bold, hero of the Civil War, and only 12 years old.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California. TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie.
A young cowboy named Billy Joe grew restless on the farm. A boy filled with wanderlust who really meant no harm. He changed his clothes and shined his boots and combed his dark hair down. And his mother cried as he walked out, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He laughed and kissed his mom and said, "You're Billy Joe's the man. I can shoot as quick and straight as anybody can. But I wouldn't shoot without a cause, I'd gun nobody down." But she cried again as he rode away, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He sang a song as on he rode, his guns hung at his hips. He rode into a cattle town, a smile upon his lips. He stopped and walked into a bar and laid his money down. But his mother's words echoed again, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He drank his first strong liquor then to calm his shaking hand, and tried to tell himself at last he had become a man. A dusty cowpoke at his side began to laugh him down, and he heard again his mother's words, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." Filled with rage, then Billy Joe reached for his gun to draw. But the stranger drew his gun and fired before he even saw. As Billy Joe fell to the floor, the crowd all gathered round and wondered at his final words, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town."
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika.
When you finally agree on a holiday movie. M&M's.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino.
That's why.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man and buckskin tan help keep this country free. With buffalo gun and beaver trap, he didn't even have a map. The Rocky Mountains he called home, he only lived just for to roam. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man and buckskin tan help keep this country free. Now John C. Fremont took his hand, said, Kid, I reckon you're my man. Kid says, Captain, that could be. You just up and follow me. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man and buckskin tan help keep this country free. They pressed along o'er mountains high, desert scorched and burnt out dry. Through Indian fights, Kit showed the way. They finally reached California. Now Kit went back to his mountain life and even took himself a wife. But the hunting and trapping was most played out. He took his bride and headed south. He settled down at Santa Fe, but the mountains called him night and day. And his country called to him again, saying, Kit, them trails is getting dim. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man in buckskin tan help keep this country free. So he donned them buckskins just once more, kissed his wife at the cabin door. Though Kit was getting gray and old, he still was mighty tough and bold. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man in buckskin tan help keep this country free. Then back in Santa Fe one fall, Kit heard the strangest call of all. It wasn't from the mountains high, and folks all knew old Kit would die. Up in heaven's mountains free, where buffalo and beaver be, there's a buckskin figure lean and tall, Kit Carson, greatest of them all. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man in buckskin tan help keep this country free. Carson, oh, Kit Carson. Mountain man in buckskin tan help keep this country free.
All the way back.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA.
Sequoia's winters were 16. Silent tongue, spirit clean, he walked at his father's side. Across the smoking battleground, where red and white men lay all around, so many here had died. The wind had scattered around snow-white leaves upon the ground. Not leaves like leaves from trees. Sequoia said, what can this be? What's this strange thing here I see? From where come leaves like these? Sequoia turned to his father's eyes and he said, Father, you are wise. From where come such snow-white leaves? With such strange marks upon these squares, not even the wise owl could put them there. So strange, these snow-white leaves. His father, shielding his concern, resenting the knowledge Sequoia yearned, crumbled the snow-white leaves. He said, when I explain, then it's done. These are talking leaves, my son. The white man's talking leaves. The white man takes a berry of black and red and an eagle's feather from the eaglet's bed, and he makes bird track marks. And the marks on the leaves, they say, carry messages to his brother far away, and his brother knows what's in his heart. They see these marks and they understand the truth in the heart of the far-off man. The enemies can't hear them. Said Sequoia's father, "Son, they weave bad medicine on these talking leaves. Leave such things to them." Then Sequoia, walking lightly, followed his father quietly. But so amazed was he. If the white man talks on leaves, why not the Cherokee? Banished from his father's face, Sequoia went from place to place, but he could not forget. Year after year he worked on and on, till finally he cut into stone the Cherokee alphabet. Sequoia's hair by now was white. His eyes began to lose their light, but he taught all who would believe that the Indian's thoughts could be written down just as the white man's there on the ground. And he left us these talking leaves.
With 12 grams of protein per serving.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern.
Tasty treat.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a man.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty oak tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippingest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. And he fought for America to make all America free. All Americans free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. With a hoop and a holler, he could mow down a forest of trees. With a knife and a gun, he never did fail. There was nothing he could not tame. He blazed a big, wide Liberty Trail through history's Hall of Fame. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with a dream of a country that would always forever be free. Forever be free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern.
Ira Hayes, Ira Hayes, call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, nor the Marine that went to war. Gather round me, people. There's a story I would tell about a brave young Indian you should remember well. From the land of the Pima Indian, a proud and noble band who farmed the Phoenix Valley in Arizona land. Down the ditches 1,000 years, the waters grew Ira's people's crops, till the white man stole their water rights and the sparkling water stopped. Now Ira's folks were hungry, and their land grew crops of weeds. When war came, Ira volunteered and forgot the white man's greed. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, nor the Marine that went to war. There they battled up Iwo Jima Hill, 250 men, but only 27 lived to walk back down again. And when the fight was over and Old Glory raised, among the men who held it high was the Indian Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, nor the Marine that went to war. Ira Hayes returned the hero, celebrated through the land. He was wined and speeched and honored. Everybody shook his hand, but he was just a Pima Indian. No water, no home, no chance. At home, nobody cared what Ira had done, and when did the Indians dance?
Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine that went to war. Then Ira started drinking hard. Jail was often his home. They let him raise the flag and lower it like you'd throw a dog a bone. He died drunk early one morning. Alone in the land he fought to save, 2 inches of water in a lonely ditch was a grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine that went to war. Yeah, call him drunken Ira Hayes, but his land is just as dry, and his ghost is lying thirsty in the ditch where Ira died.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
It's time for a revolution in whitening.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Wildlanden des San Bernardino Nation.
Here's a story often told about little Nathan, 9 years old. Ethan Allen called his name, and little Nathan rose to fame. At Ticonderoga, where the redcoats fought, there a youngster showed the kind of grip that can't be bought. Little Nathan took a lantern, held it in his hand, to lead the Green Mountain Boys and help to free this land. Little Nathan, short on size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way to a crack in the wall where he sometimes played. At Ticonderoga, the British were asleep. Ethan Allen and his men didn't make a peep. They landed north of Willow Point, followed Nathan's tracks, took the fort 'cause they surprised those British lobster backs. Little Nathan, short of size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way, and Ethan Allen won the day. At Ticonderoga, Captain De La Place ordered down the British flag, shame was on his face. He took out his sword and then there was a silent pause. Handed it to Nathan, said, "This victory is yours." Little